Now that we're set up to use Outlook through ACT, let's take a look at the email features of ACT. So what we're going to do is go to the navigation bar and we're going to select email. Now you'll notice when the interface comes up that it looks just like Outlook 2003. ACT integrates with Outlook 2003 in such a way that if you make a change in ACT, it automatically makes that same change in Outlook 2003. In other words, if I create a draft or if I delete a message in ACT, it will automatically make that change in Outlook 2003. In other words, we don't have to duplicate effort, but the advantage of using ACT email rather than Outlook 2003 is that we have the ACT database that we can choose from, and we also have the capability of creating history automatically. But this isn't an email class. We're not going to get into all of the details of the email system, except to say that, as you can see, we've got one email in the inbox. Anybody who's ever set up email knows that that's what you get. Whether you're connected to anything or not, you get that one email that comes from the software. I set up a fictitious user, and that fictitious user now can send email. Now, I set up the person in Outlook, and then when I opened it up in ACT, this is what we get. We get that message through to the ACT database or through to the ACT email. If I wanted to send a new email, click on New, and then decide on the priority and whether I want to create history for this mail or not, and then who am I sending it to? Well, when I click on To, notice that then I can select address books, and since this is ACT, it's going to default to my ACT address book, in which case I can just choose the people that I want to send this email to. Now, I could also choose the Microsoft Outlook address book. So if you're in the beginning stages of this, of getting ACT integrated with Microsoft Outlook, and you want to instead choose from a Microsoft Outlook address book, it's very easy to do that. So we can add contacts that we want to put in the To or in the carbon copy or blind carbon copy sections as to who to send the email to, and then simply click on OK, which completes the address header of the email. And once we have that complete, then we can send the email out to whoever we want to. In fact, as we saw before when we looked at mail merge, one of the options was to create a mail merge using email. It's just as simple to do a mail merge to email as it is to do a mail merge to print. And again, this isn't an email class. We're not going to get into that. And you may want to do the mail merge through your own email system. But it's possible to do that through ACT and pull out those contacts that you want to send the email to. That would be more like an email type of blast. But you can use email to keep track of and to keep in touch with all of the people that are in your database. And as you see, the ACT email fully integrates with the email system that you're using, especially if you're using Microsoft Outlook. Then you have full integration. Otherwise, then some aspects of it integrate, and some aspects of it you may want to continue to use your own email. If you continue to use your own email, for example, if you're using Eudora Pro or Lotus Notes, then you can simply leave the ACT email in the background. If you just minimize the ACT email, leave it in the background, then it can still be used and it can still possibly record history. So ACT email is more powerful than it's ever been and continues to increase the integration possibilities. Also, with the newest ACT, we have the capability to use the internet in a more complete way than we've ever had before. So we're going to take a look at Internet services next.